G'day everyone, welcome. Just here for another afternoon's hiking around in the Australian bush. Beautiful day today, about 22 degrees Celsius, a little bit of breeze, lovely blue skies. Couldn't ask for too much better than this. So get out, find a few geocaches hopefully, maybe see a bit of wildlife. Don't really know what we'll end up capturing on film, but let's find out. Thanks for coming along. Let's go do it. A bit lucky, I was just pausing to watch some birds, which I couldn't get any film of, and God's hopped along the path towards me. He hasn't noticed me. Little wallaby. So that's not bad, only a few minutes to walk. We've already spotted a little bit of wildlife, so that's a good sign for the day. He's off. Once I started moving, he spotted me. That's cool though. Just shows the benefits of sometimes taking a couple of minutes and being still out in the bush. You see more animals that way sometimes. I'm just heading towards this first cache, about 40 metres in this way. I've arrived at ground zero with this first cache in this area. Lots of fallen trees and lots and lots of places this thing could be. So unless I get really lucky, it might take quite a find. There's nothing kind of jumping out at me as an obvious hiding spot. Oh, we've a bit of a scratch around. See what we come up with. Well, good news. Found that geocache. It was an incredibly sneaky hide, but I have seen one other like it before, so that kind of helped me by the same guy. Took just under 10 minutes to track it down. Judging from the logs, some other people had a whole lot more trouble. I'm not going to show you the hide out of respect for all the work the owners put into it, but suffice to say, you could be standing right next to it and not even know it's there, so he's done a heck of a job. Hopefully the next one's a little bit quicker. Let's go do them. Not too much holding this fella up. One of these days, in a good storm, he's going to come crashing down. Here it is, something a little bit different. Just walking across country that next cache, and well of all the paths I find these 4 plastic plant pots. I've actually been here for some time. Sort of weird. It's as if someone was growing something here they shouldn't have been. Anyway, keep going. Termite mound here, long abandoned. Starting to fall in on itself. Probably, as it stands here, it's probably just around about 1 metre high. Hollowed out. By the time it would have been thousands, millions maybe. Ants and termites or whatever living in that. Really nice in here. Nice easy territory to get through. Nice open bush. That's the only lantana, which always makes me happy. I've had a few glimpses of wallabies in the distance, but when they hear me they take off, so haven't been able to get any footage, but we'll keep trying. Well, that last find was really tough. So tough in fact that I ended up having to phone a friend whose name I'd seen in a log. He's been out earlier today in the same area, so I was hoping he'd found it. Sure enough he had. And yeah, by the same guy who did the last one. This one's similar but even sneakier. I honestly don't think I would have found it. But I did, so I get a smiley on the map. It would have been terrible to have that one left in this whole area. But yeah, devious hide. Got one more to do, and I clear out this area and hit another bit of bush not too far away, so hopefully clear this up. arrived at the next cache location at the base of this half-fallen tree. It's been propped up by another tree over there. One thing's for sure, this cache won't be in the only obvious spots. You can see some trample marks there from where the geocachers have been looking around. At least one other team through here this morning. So, on with the hunt. Got them all. The last 4 in this area that I needed to clean this area up and have smileys all over it. Very devious. The last one took a good 15 minutes. I thought there was no way I was going without it. So anyway, that's good. Hoping to get across to another area of bushland and do a bit more caching in there. Hopefully a bit more footage. We'll see how it works out for us. Just head north towards this next bit of bushland and a bit more caching. Much traffic around today, so having a good day out. Check out a few guys when we hit the bushland. Okay folks, well, short drive, we've arrived at the next location. We're in Geocaching. There's, looks like a bit of a circuit trail runs in this area and will take us down by the lake, which will be really nice and pleasant I hope. And there's a series of 7 caches to get through. And this is just the GPS screen. You can see the cache I'm going through there, Big Bang Theory 6. Just a little hint for some of you guys, and I'm embarrassed to admit this happened to me one time. I waypointed the car before I left it. So a long time ago I went to a big area of bushland and got all tangled up in the tracks. And I had a bit of trouble finding the car at the end. So it's not a bad precaution sometimes to waypoint where you've actually parked your vehicle. It sure beats the hell out of staggering around for half an hour or so searching for it. Sometimes you just got to be a little bit organised to avoid that sort of embarrassment. Anyway, these things happen, it's all part of life's adventure I guess. We live and learn. So if anyone's doing this sort of thing, yeah, sometimes just put a waypoint on your GPS of where your start point is. It makes it a lot easier to get back. You can always backtrack of course if you're recording the tracks, and I always recommend people do that. But having a waypoint, it's just a good backup. Unfortunately I had no luck at that first cache, so what I've decided to do is move along to this next one in the series. I believe they're all similar design and size caches, they're all by the same guy, so hopefully I'll go back and have an idea what I'm looking for. And this is the second one in the series, so we found that easy enough. So yeah, if they're hidden similar as I go around the series, hopefully it'll help me on that other one. We'll get this log signed and head off to the next. Yeah, nice in here, lots of gum trees, grasslands, and here you can see Australian grass tree. These are only quite small. Some of the biggest are around about 1 metre tall. See how they get their name, the grass tree. They can get much bigger than that, easily 3 to 4 times as tall. Continue on. Just standing beside one of these grass trees just to give you an idea of how tall they get. I'm 6'3", 190 centimetres, and you can see they get quite a good size. The other thing that's worth looking at with these, if you're ever out in the bush and need to get a fire started, underneath as the top growth dies off, it tends to hang down. And this stuff is great tinder to get your fire started. Really good stuff. Very nice splash of colour. Bottle brush flowers. And I'm sure they've got some fancy name other than bottle brush, but for obvious reasons when you look at them, the common name that we all use for these things is bottle brush. So having a close look at one of these bottle brushes. This will be interesting, especially my overseas viewers. I don't know if these appear anywhere in the world outside of Australia. Just to give you an idea of the size of that particular one, it's quite a large one. That's the GPS and my hand there to give you, so they're quite a decent size. They're quite large. This is a grass tree that top's gone off it, dead. See all the char in there from the fires. You can see there, that just breaks away easily. That's how they propagate. It's just a sea of them here in the grasslands. It's fantastic. This one's a bit interesting. A double header. Don't see too many like that. We got two grass heads on there, down to little stem there. Yeah, it's interesting, that one. It's really gorgeous bushland. Ghost gum trees. Fantastic. Okay, geocachers, what's wrong with this picture? Anything suspicious? That's crafty. For a container so large, sitting out in the open, it's really nicely concealed. Great job. That's a big one. That's probably around 150 centimetres tall, about 1.5 metres up high. Probably a good 2 metres across at the base. You can just see through the trees there, the glimmer of water. It's the lake. Should be heading down that way. Following a clearing down, it's a clearing for these power lines, the powered towers that run across through here. Down the edge of the lake and have a bit of a look. Muddy. Towards the end of the day, so the sun's starting to get in. Oh, I've backtracked back to that first one in this area that I couldn't find earlier, and was hoping that finding the others in the series I'd get a hint on what I'm looking for, and it worked. Found it. So that's a good way to end the day. It's been a really excellent afternoon in this particular area of bushland, very nice and scenic. Hope you guys have enjoyed it as much as I have. Thanks for watching. See you next time.